Hello and welcome to Juice with Justin. Strength is the biggest key when minimizing injuries. It's the biggest key to minimizing injury time when injuries occur. So what do I mean when I say strength? At PPC, we define strength as the body's ability to handle the forces placed upon it. That could mean many different things. Am I able to take cuts? Am I able to absorb forces upon landing? Am I able to sprint without pulling a muscle? Am I able to land on one leg and not turn an ankle or sprain a knee? So to different athletes, strength is going to mean different things. If you're an Olympic powerlifter, strength is going to mean being able to go through a full range of motion from bottom to top in a clean and jerk with a lot of weight above your head. That's going to be different from a football or soccer player that needs a lot of repetitive cuts, reactions, moving backwards, sideways, 360 degrees, having hamstring resilience so you don't pull a hamstring or you don't pull a groin. So strength to different athletes, it's going to mean different things. But in general, it's the body's ability to handle the forces placed upon it. The biggest recent example that I can think of when it comes to strength protecting from injuries is this recent NBA Finals. The Milwaukee Bucks versus the Phoenix Suns. Man, was it a good one. Is Giannis, I can't even pronounce his last name properly, so I'm not even going to try. The Greek Freak, he's a two-time NBA MVP, and he's this year's Finals MVP. If you don't know this guy, from year one, when he was an 18-year-old, to currently year 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever it is now, he had a massive strength transformation. Year one, 18 years old, I think he's 6'8" and like 190 pounds. Compared to today, I think he grew an inch or two. He's 6'9", 6'10", 240 plus pounds. And that's gains. That's pure muscle. That's moving right. That's under the guidance of a professional, world-class performance team and staff. In the conference finals, Giannis hyperextended his knee. If anyone saw it, it looked really bad. People were scared. Initially, they were thinking torn ACL, torn ligaments, things around the knee joint. But luckily, that wasn't the case. It ended up just being a hyperextended, sprained knee. In my experience, when this stuff happens, it's at least a double-digit day sort of recovery period. Miraculously, or maybe not so, he was able to come back after it was like a 7-day break. And if you saw the things that he did in this NBA Finals, it was unbelievable that he had this type of injury yet performed at the scale and magnitude that he did. He hyperextended his left knee, and in a short time after, he had this game-saving block on DeAndre Ayton, spun full 360 around off his one leg to maintain the lead for his team with only a minute or so left in the game. In game 5, he had that alley-oop finish from Drew Holiday off that hyperextended leg. And in game 6, to close out the NBA Finals, he scored 50 points and carried his team to a once-in-a-lifetime performance and a championship for the Milwaukee Bucks that have had a 50-year drought. This is all from a guy that just a week or two ago hyperextended that left knee. Mike Budenholzer, head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, had this to say in Giannis' first game back in the finals. It's actually the work that Giannis puts in before he was injured, the strength training he did on his leg that allowed him to return more quickly. But when you look at that injury, I didn't think he'd be anywhere near today. Credit to him, his toughness, the way he prepared, and credit to the medical people. Giannis takes care of his body in terms of strength that when it comes to an injury, he's able to come back sooner, perhaps quicker than most. Prehab instead of rehab. Immediately post his injury, their performance team, medical staff, trainers, they triaged that injury. They took care of him right from the get-go. If you saw him on the bench in games post-injury, he was wearing a compression sleeve, managing that swelling, doing whatever it took to minimize his recovery time. Prior to that, his strength training, his preparation, his prehab allowed the extent of the injury to be as minimal as possible, allowing him to have an unconventional return to these NBA Finals. Moral of the story: if you're an athlete, strength train, do it well, learn the ropes, get coaching if needed, do it consistently over time. Adjust the strength training for your sport and your goals accordingly. increase your body's ability to handle the forces placed upon it. Do this, and you're going to give your body the best chance to minimize its overall injury risk. Thanks for joining this episode of Juice with Justin.